much of this like central East Coast scene. So my take here is more in the PNW West Coast. So a couple of new faces here on my end I get to see, but in terms of these two, seems like we're already up and ready to go.
Oh yeah, CWheezy, extremely strong Soriz player, makes very regular appearances in top 8. Xenzri, Lancelot player who's been entering, like the last couple of them, been making some very good runs for themselves. Not quite cresting those top 8s yet, but a very strong player in their own right.
Yeah, definitely. We're already seeing CWheezy though off to a great start, already forcing the 2 points of BP off. But Xenzri already back and trying to work their way in, trying to get them started here. Has them in the corner here, but the mash out already leads to that first round win from CWheezy.
Yeah, as this game has started to develop a little bit more, people have gotten more and more fond of that 2L or 2L Raging Strike mash out of pressure. CWheezy already representing it here against Xenzri to great effect. So, you're trying to do some stagger pressure on me? That ain't happening.
I like that, especially we've seen like the game shape out so far with this last patch, coming in, and the way that the meta slowly shifted away from slightly the 6XL oppression. Now we get to see a variety of different playstyles coming in, but Xenzri already with a great start here in the second round, unfazed by how that started. Now with the Oki here, and there comes the reversal here.
Gets CWheezy out of the corner, doesn't get a whole lot of reward for it. The dunk gets reversaled out. Great usage of the reversal from Xenzri and the fireball to pick up afterwards, keeping CWheezy on the back foot there.
Nice. We'll be able to fight right back here as we go into this last round of game 1. I like the back and forth that we're seeing so far from these two. This is definitely a matchup where you get to see, a little bit like a scrappy showcase with the two. Here comes the counter hit from Xenzri, already getting to carry CWheezy to the corner and see what we can do to fight back. Uses that.
Delayed close H, such a strong option against Brave counter. CWheezy, walk away out of the corner. They got the full coast to coast. Now is their time to shine.
Nice. Back and forth. So strong. Oh no, gets clipped out of this. Gonna be a lot of damage. Should be able to build enough here. No, they're just shy. But Xenzri get one more chance at life here in this game. And there it is.
Fantastic reaction to the wall dive from CWheezy. Saw Xenzri holding up back, said, all right, you're going to jump at me real quick. I got 50 meter. I know exactly how to sit you down.
I love that. Just the confidence to be able to use the reversal there to try to check Xenzri. And it ultimately leads to this strong game 1 start now from CWheezy. But back against the wall, time for Xenzri to get something started. Slowly working their way out, though. CWheezy has a chance to drag back to mid-screen.
Reversal catches. CWheezy not so lucky on theirs. Xenzri not going to opt to spend a whole lot of resources on that combo, so CWheezy gets to live another day, but they're out of BP. They have to make these sequences work, because the guard cancel is not a factor.
All right, back and forth slowly here. The throw will do it, though, putting one more round on the board for Xenzri here. Fighting back strong so far.
Game has just been back and forth between these two players. CWheezy came out on top in the first game, but Xenzri has definitely shown they are no slouch. Did a very good job last game of forcing out all of the BP from CWheezy and punishing for it. But once CWheezy gets this aggression started, it's been kind of difficult for Xenzri to stop.
Yeah, not doing a great job there of checking the reversal on the wake up, but now is the time to shine. Xenzri gets the cross up there off the fireball Oki, and now CWheezy on the back foot a little bit. Xenzri being a little bit more patient now, has 50 meters, so trying to find a way to check and gets hit with a rush punch. CWheezy now getting the front load, a bunch of damage here.
Oh yeah, you got 50 meter on Soriz. That ultimate dash straight is coming, and you better be prepared. CWheezy not prepared for the fireball pressure. Guard cancel just a little bit too early, falling to the Lancelot trap, and we're going to 1-1.
All right, here we go. Yeah, first to 2 here. So, every game counts, every match. Any info you can get. Nice, catches the guard point there. And now Xenzri, with a really strong start going to this game 3.
It's been a couple times where Xenzri has just gotten like a walk-up delayed close heavy, catching CWheezy, trying to fuzzy mash out of a situation, and then landing them a massive punish. Will spend the SPA? Yes.
Definitely not gonna do so much here, but puts them in the opportunity to one-tap kill here. There it is, the perfect from Xenzri. coming so strong here from these last, such a different change of pace from that game 1 that we saw, you know, they got more comfortable, more familiar with what these two are doing, you know. Xenzri's shown so much confidence in this game 3.
I think Xenzri really got the read on CWheezy's defensive tendencies. But the fact that they netted that massive combo into the SBA off of like delayed close heavy, they sealed the round out with just a delayed button. Once they get in CWheezy's face, CWheezy's been really, really fidgety on defense, and Xenzri's been taking advantage of it.
Yeah, here we go. An opportunity for Xenzri to come back from this life deficit here. Just front loading a bunch of this damage here. Opportunity for a reset. The throw, not going to kill. Just needs one more hit from either side here. And there it is, the throw in the end. Xenzri will take it here.
That's the win here at Paragonline. Has taken some high-profile names in their time. Oh,
well, this is definitely another one to add to the list here. Soulrobba, pretty, you know, well-known Charlotta from, I believe, Alabama. Fairly well in contention in the original vanilla, as well in Rising, playing a lot of online. So if you can take another name, you know, add another one to the docket, this is one that you want to do so. And if you can do it early, it's a great confidence boost here as we start this game 1.
Soulrobba, though, not letting it come easy. Found a punish on a spot dodge into a cross-up setup. Ringtext showing a dangerous hand at the very beginning, blocking that overhead. Giving Soulrobba some potential data that maybe command grab could be an option off that demon flip in the future.
Yeah, all right, here we go, though. Soulrobba with already commanding life lead, and this combo should definitely do it. Has all the tools, and send in that SBA here to take a Ringtext in that first round.
Ringtext's not really been able to establish the Ferry game plan super effectively in this set. They get, you know, a couple hits here and there. They're able to get GG out a couple times, but once Soulrobba gets in, they've been on Ringtext like glue. Ringtext has to keep them out for so much longer. This is when things get dangerous for them.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be hard to do that. Charlotta has so many tools to try to challenge and, you know, close the gap here, and Ringtext is going to have to do what they can. Look at this combo, this damage coming in, putting a deficit on Ringtext here, spending the meteor for the SBA, and now put in a pretty rough spot.
That's exactly what we touched on earlier. Soulrobba got the data after Ringtext blocked the overhead, said, oh, I can command grab you later. And command grab off Charlotta is such a massive reward. You saw it there, about 40% off the cash out into SBA because they knew that Ringtext likes to stand block the demon flip.
Nice. Good use of the ult tip, but there it is. The reversal, the flash kick coming in just to clip Ringtext right in the end and take that game 1. Something you definitely got to be ready for. But unfortunately, or fortunately for Soulrobba, was able to close that game in the end with that.
Ringtext wanted to be into the overhead, and Soulrobba just met him in the air with the holy ladder. Get on down here. And all right, you know, game 1 to Soulrobba, and Soulrobba already off to a fast start in this one. Ringtext previously been able to keep them out for much longer, but Soulrobba has started early.
Yeah, doing what you can here, but oh no, gonna get clipped. Another counter hit to add to the books. Soulrobba with a really commanding lead has to use the alt skill DP there to create some breathing room. A chance maybe for Ringtext to get something going. Nice, a good grab there at the end. Gonna lead to GG sets here.
And the cross-up catches Soulrobba walking forward, not quite ready for it. Doesn't get the full cash out, but it does not matter.
There in the end, we'll put Ringtext in a nice spot here for this game 2. Soulrobba definitely has the right idea, you know, to try to challenge a lot of these setups that Ringtext is doing, but Ringtext definitely seems a little bit more prepared, a little bit more comfortable in this game 2 so far, so definitely a good spot to be in.
Swing out of there, grappling hook. I don't want anything to do with that ultimate ball. Are you gonna make up all this distance once again? Soulrobba being very patient in doing so, just slow jump up. It's caught dashing, unfortunately. No dash blocking in this game. You got some recovery, and the hula hoop from Ringtext catches.
All right, working their way in. GG set definitely doing favors for Ringtext here. Able to come back and take that game 2 pretty convincingly. You saw, you know, with the amount of space they were able to create, using a lot of these like get off me tools in the corner or just whip sets in neutral here, just making a lot of opportunities for Soulrobba to slip up, and there in the end we'll get them started. Here we go, game 3, already doing a lot here.
Yeah, able to get a fat close heavy counter hit and put GG exactly where Soulrobba was gonna try and jump at them. Now we got the setup again. Again, Soulrobba flinching on defense, not wanting to block these mix-ups from Ferry and eating so much damage for it.
This is definitely where you want to be if you're Ringtext. Just getting to show, you know, how comfortable they are in this matchup. And at the end, you know, if you can allow that gap to stay where Ferry wants you to, you know, just creating this space, it does lead to a lot of problems here for Soulrobba, and we're getting to see that right now.
Soulrobba, you can see that they want to approach slowly. They want to be very methodical about how they get in on this Ferry. But Ringtext just being such a nuisance that they're like, all right, I'm going to take 2 steps instead of 1 this time. And that's when Ringtext has got a whip waiting for them, ready to put them back at full screen.
All right, here we go, though. Soulrobba definitely not out of this yet. Had Ringtext in the corner here, forced the BP out. So now, you know, opportunities to be able to build some damage and get something going. But when you're eating this CG set, it's going to be a little awkward to work your way in.
It's the overhead. Ringtext has all the BP and all the meter he could wish for, and he's going to use it to cash out, taking the set over Soulrobba.
See how these two shape out in a little bit of a weird matchup, I'd say specifically. Zooey, you know, has been definitely called one of like a greats to be able to deal, having Dragon at your disposal, being able to just take so much space. But Metera, not the character you want to doubt ever, being able to handle so much and be able to create so much space of their own too. So it'll be a battle of the greats here as we get these two started and underway.
Ooh. We're already getting a great reward off of these ultimate skills from Synn. Immediately punishing Nekotech for trying to throw tech in the corner. And oh, right off the bat, no. You thought I was gonna throw you for data at first? Nah, I'm coming out guns blazing.
Yeah, blink if you miss it. That round just goes just like that. And Synn being able to take that is definitely something you want to have moving forward. But Nekotech not to be dissuaded. Already on a great start. Hop in, throw, hop in, throw. And now we're off to the corner.
Reversal catch is wonderful for Synn, and so is the delay. Walking back and forth just enough to make Professor Nekotech uncomfortable. She wanted to press a button, and Synn surgically placed that close heavy.
Yeah, doing a great job. Oh, another use of the alt skill, going in, closing the gap, spending everything at your disposal. We'll take that first game 1 here.
Like you said, after the first round, blink and you missed it. That whole game was over in maybe 40 seconds total. Synn is on the warpath, already tossing Nekotech up after they tried to punish the 6-6H.
I think this is definitely what you want to do if you want to deal with Nekotech. She does a great job of, you know, overwhelming you on offense and even defense, trying to find really great opportunities to mash and contest any pressure. So, you know, if you can do that at your own pace, if you can set the tempo so well, you'll be able to do whatever you can right now. And Synn's going to make the most of that, getting clipped here off back to the wall. Now, it's going to be a little bit awkward to find your footing here as we're 65 seconds left on the round. So we need to find one good hit to set the tempo here. And Nekotech definitely taking the lead in the charge right now.
Critically for Nekotech, Synn has nothing in the Dragon Gauge. They are not able to use any of those summons. And it's so hard to get the space to charge some up for yourself against Metera. She's going to be able to just toss these EX fireballs from full screen. They got something back now. But
it's definitely going to make the difference here. You know, like you said about this Dragon Meter, not having much at your disposal is definitely going to make you less of a character than this Metera champion. You know, something you got to look out for here as we get to approach this bottom quarter of the round here. But now Synn on the comeback, on the come up here, going to spend resources here to just take as much as you can.
Oh yeah, get rid of the rest of those bravery points. Put Nekotech at death's door. Dragon Gauge or not, your health is going down.
All right, but none left, but it doesn't matter. The 63M coming over, and that'll clip Nekotech in the end. Synn, another chance, another round up, another game to potentially win.
very good job of navigating these situations, dodging the Raging Strike on Oki. First time Nekotech represented it, and we already got the reactions.
Yeah, doing a great job here. All right, uses a get off me tool. That Raging Strike one more time, gets clipped one more, and now 0 bravery points on the other side. 80 seconds left in the round. You get to see how much this hurts. Oh my god.
It hurts a ton. That fire, it burns. It sends the action as much or as little as you want to. We're going to continue the action here as we got a Belial mirror between KaiAi and Kilvenz.
Oh, Kilvenz is definitely not a player you are unfamiliar with. You know, a great NH head in a lot of online brackets here, getting to see competing at the top level here. So we'll get to see how they shape up against KaiAi. Not a name I personally am familiar with, but you know, with these Belial mirrors, we get to see the most out of these two and see who can bounce back, especially in these tough moments after coming back with all this corner damage now that Kilvenz is able to load up here. So we'll see what KaiAi can do.
And KaiAi, the artist formerly known as NYCZ Brandon, very well-known Undernight player, been taken like a fish to water to Grand Blue versus Rising. Kilvenz, though, like you said, a player that everyone who follows this game would be familiar with, representing a plethora of characters at the top level, known most for Lancelot, but the Belial is definitely cooking.
Yeah, definitely been seeing a lot of this Bell lately, so we'll see how KaiAi can put up against it, but right now, Kilvenz didn't show their dominance so far here.
Minus frames of the DP. I'm keeping my turn. I'm keeping you on the back foot with these 6XLs. This is not very common to see KaiAi so caught flat-footed here against somebody. Last week, they were looking very calm, very collected, and Kilvenz is definitely shaking that up.
Yeah, just getting to show, you know, why they're a GOAT, just why they're so comfortable in any matchup right now. Here we go, sending it in with the SSBA here, gonna front load a bunch of this damage here and try to lower this deficit, but in the end, able to contest it. This match, this 2L coming up. Kilvenz will take his first game.
They will indeed. Shout out to EG3 in the chat for the 5 gift subs, continuing the generosity towards the Paragon FGC channel. We appreciate it greatly. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and thank you for joining us here this evening.
Yeah, thank you so much for being able to tune in and support everyone, the production, all these players, and everyone going on here. Kilvenz doing a great job right now. Oh my god, just being on the couch with the 2-4U and putting KaiAi in a very uncomfortable position pretty early on in this game too.
Unblockable in the corner, DP to catch anything. If you're KaiAi, at that point you have to make a super hard read on it. You're at chip point. You can't challenge because it's in a reversal. You have to know that he's gonna try and reversal that. Man, it's such an incredibly difficult spot. Kilvenz once again making sure KaiAi is well acquainted with this right side corner, baiting out the reversal, sliding to the left, sliding to the right, keeping in the meter.
All right, KaiAi, chance to come back here, catches them the knockdown, and now gets a chance to put some damage on the table here. I like the spinning the meter, getting rid of that BP, giving them ample opportunity to come back in this round. And you definitely need it.
Oh yeah. Also, anytime you have 100 meter as Belial, you can spend that super. You might as well, because that's a nearly guaranteed corner from anywhere on screen.
And there it is, back on the board. KaiAi will be able to even out the round count here in this game too. I like that on the knockdown there, being able to call out what Kilvenz is able to do, able to challenge, and then taking this round will definitely mean a lot for the momentum here. But Kilvenz unfazed so far.
Back here in this corner, give him the handshake.
Yeah, the whiff. Unfazed though, keeps going. Kilvenz with this pressure. KaiAi starting to work their way out the throw, reset to neutral. Blocks the DP and gets a little bit of punish. Nice.
Yeah, the safe jab catching Kilvenz, trying to get out of this pressure. And once again, like we said earlier, you got 100 meter, spend it. Full corner carry for KaiAi. Now you get to perform that same pressure that Kilvenz was just doing to you.
Exactly, yeah, no. Opportunity, but Kilvenz obviously used the reversal there to fight back here just a little bit more. Really awkward spot to be in here, both sides. Nothing yet. No one biting. Oh, but the counter hits.
Yep, gonna spend the SSVA, drip the last 2 bravery points off of KaiAi, and this isn't quite gonna kill, but KaiAi is on death's door. They have to play these next interactions perfectly, and Kilvenz goes for the chip, whiffs twice, and gets punished for it.
What a great call out there in the end. Able to take that. Just, oh my god, any other player may just slip up there, and Kilvenz walks away with a 2-0, but KaiAi just so confident in the end.
So out from Kilvenz. KaiAi's challenging beautifully.
Wow, yeah, holding steady so far on this defense, not opting to challenge much of this pressure here. Kilvenz opting to use the 63H pretty early here to try to call out any of the pressure resets that KaiAi is going for so far. Nice. Oh, gets clipped after the 2-1-4U. On the reset there, yeah, holding steady. Needs an opportunity to find their way out. I like it. The 2M will definitely do it here.
Frames KaiAi once again showing the willingness to challenge, and they were correct on the read. Far M SSBA taking Kilvenz out and putting themselves on set point.
My god. Yeah, you just got to see like there was so many times where Kilvenz is opting to go for a reset there, especially before like these special cancels that we get to see so often from him. And in the end, KaiAi was like, oh, I know you're going to go for something silly here. I'm just going to press 4M and I'm going to send it here. And it definitely works out so well.
Lost frames up his Kilvenz. KaiAi ready for the challenge. Oh no. Kilvenz said, oh, anything you can do, I can do better. Unfortunately, blocked by KaiAi. They're able to take the turn back, get this corner situation going. They nearly have 100 meter. Any hit will kill, but they're not able to find it. KaiAi.
Still in it. Still looking. Still trying to find any opportunity yet. There goes the BP trade right now. 1 BP apiece. 1 hit could do it if KaiAi can just find anything. The opening, but oh no, getting to eat this RS will definitely hurt a lot. Won't be able to end it. Or maybe they will, actually. No! The combo there in the end.
They're at chip out range now. The read on the reversal from KaiAi. Kilvenz caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Reaching.
I love to see it.
Shout-outs to Kryloz for pulling up.
Yeah, Yozamitsu, definitely, as some of Narmaya, I've seen a little bit of a back and forth with Kryloz. Another one of those names, you know, you will get to see time and time again in these online circuits. So 2 names that I'm definitely interested to see how these 2 play out, but already Kryloz with a great start so far, carrying Yozamitsu into the corner here, back against the wall. It's going to be a little, a bit of trouble, but Kryloz will going to make most of this moment.
I want to see if Yoza has any particular like anti-Belial knowledge they've accrued. There is a fairly lengthy portion of time where Yoza was on a Belial kick, saying like, oh, kind of doubting Narmaya a little bit for a time, being like, you know, maybe she's a lot of work, maybe Belial's kind of juiced right now, but has since gone back to the Narmaya that we know and love them for.
And, you know, taking that opportunity to learn a new character, to try to experiment and see, you know, the inner workings of that character will definitely leave you with a lot of knowledge on whatever side you choose. So coming back to the Narmaya, you're definitely right. There could be some opportunity here to see some of that Belial tech come out. But right now, Kryloz with a really strong game 1 so far. Nice! Challenging the RS here. We'll get the spend for the SBA and add a little bit of a deficit for Kryloz to come back from.
The pressure guard cancel on both sides. Brave point economy in shambles. The price is going through the roof. Kryloz has none to work with, and that damage racking up fast because of it.
Yeah, only needs a little bit. The Brave counters back and forth, just amounting to so much that anything would definitely do it here. I like that spot dodging the DP to get the most out of this hit. Carrying to the corner, Kryloz now has to work their way out, opting to use BC. The back and forth, so much. The double flip here coming in. Kryloz eating a bunch of this damage now.
Yoza, you're kind of nasty for that one. Said, oh, I used the cooldown. There's no way you think I'm going to use it again when I don't have the cooldown option.
All right, Yozamitsu still has Kryloz locked down for a little bit longer, still has 2 BP, still has 100 meters, still has the DP. Something you have to look out for, especially when you have so much of a life lead. But now, it's going to be a little awkward, but Kryloz can start working their stuff, getting some BP back, getting some damage on the table.
Yoza, your health. Your health, where'd it go?
Bye-bye.
You spent all your BP to maintain that offense. You got guard canceled out. You got hit once when Kryloz at 100 meter, and look at the risk attached to it. 60% off of it, but the challenge works out. So that 60% don't mean nothing when you got the win in your score column.
Yeah, we'll definitely take those. A little bit of an awkward scramble in the end leads to a pretty big chunk of damage taken off of Yozamitsu's health bar, but in the end, we'll take that game 1 there.
Out of the corner from Kryloz. Not letting this pressure mount like it did the last time, but Yoza is determined to make it stick. Immediate ultimate reversal catches the Crescent Moon frame trap, also keeping Kryloz locked down.
Nice. Oh, catching the first BC, but the second one, not as bad. Yozamitsu still up at BP, has a bunch of HP. So many Ps, but right now can't do a lot as Kryloz is able to get this knockdown and take advantage of the situation. But just to say that,
Kryloz not spending the SSBA when they had the chance, could have gotten a bravery point back for themselves and removed that guard cancel opportunity from Yoza, but opting not to do so and paying the price for it.
definitely interesting to see, but you know, the inner workings of these two, I will never hope to understand here. But we'll see as this round progresses. What Kryloz can do, it's a familiar situation, trying to find themselves here where you have to work your way out of this corner, but the jump out unfortunately gets caught up by Yozamitsu one more time and has to use the DP to reset the situation. Nice!
Both of these players are starting to get such an intimate familiarity with each other's defensive tendencies. We've seen so many spot dodges on Brave counters just like that. They know when each other are going for them. We've seen the reversal baits to boot, and the mind games on offense are getting thicker and thicker.
It's actually crazy. Like, I don't know how much these two have played against each other. I bet you we're like seeing some layer 30, 40 stuff, you know, that we can't like fathom right now, but it's insane how it's paying off. You're gonna see so many of these spot dodges to challenge any reversal or any RS or anything like that. So this back and forth is insane.
It's out through the raging strike, and the skybound dart will finish it, I think.
Yeah, there it is.
It goes 1-1. We couldn't ask for anything else. A 2-0? Nah, not here. Not at Paragonline.
All right, the JU with the round start here. Catching Yozamitsu a little bit off guard. We'll opt to use that DP to reset the situation. I like that. Not challenging right away, but then using the BC in the end to reset the situation one more time. Kryloz down BP here.
Tried to spot dodge it, but unfortunate timing to get punished into a combo off of the medium DP. Kryloz spending all their bravery points early, getting spot dodged into the corner and getting hit by the ultimate crescent.
Ooh, this is gonna hurt. You see, look at that damage building right now. Should be able to go into the SBA, and with no points left, that'll do it for that first round. Oh my god.
What? All right. I did not think in any universe Yoza was going to be able to build that 25-meter back during that combo, but proving me wrong is Yoza, putting themselves on set point. Kryloz answering with violence of their own, though.
All right, but don't count Kryloz out yet. Has Yozamitsu in a little bit of an awkward spot. Manages to jump out, has to use the 63U there to do so, but still, you know, there's so many opportunities for them to fight back. Gets clipped here. This counter hit gonna lead to a lot of damage for Yozamitsu.
The knockdown with the restand. Get one more chance for Kryloz. You tried to brave counter out. This time successful. Yoza met in kind. Both players 1 BP to their name. Kryloz spends the last one. Don't have guard cancel anymore, but who needs it when you find a 6XL counter hit? With SSBA on deck, Yoza's bravery point economy is in shambles.
Oh my god. We get to see the super damage coming. And there it is. We'll take that round just like the previous, leading to that super kill here. 1 round apiece in this game 3. We're going the distance.
50% damage is a hell of a buff on these supers from Belial. They are chunking out Yoza. Yoza, though, is already out to a quick start on the offense, but Kryloz is determined to get out of this corner. Reversal, there's the Brave counter. Neither player wants the other one to maintain the offensive.
All right, Kryloz with a bunch of damage right now, getting this lead and gonna do what they can to basically just hold it, spending as much resources as you can to get this BP and this damage out.
The corner situation, Yoza spending their last bravery point. Kryloz has one more. Both these players been so willing to spend them early. The throw with the 50% damage buff will do it. And Kryloz.
Prada versus Beef. Cagliostro versus Ladiva.
Speak the devil and she will appear. We got Ladiva on screen.
And it looks like, yeah. So we'll get to see how this one shapes out. A little bit of an awkward matchup to say the least, you know, being able to work your way in as Ladiva against the onslaught of spears, you know, 5U, meteors, trap sets and everything. It's definitely going to be a difficult hill to climb, especially against Prada. But we'll see what Beef can do.
Oh yeah, she's one of the best in the biz, Prada is, on this Cagliostro. Been piloting her for as long as I've been following this game to great effect. You can see already how slow they're having to play this matchup in neutral.
Yeah, but it gets to show, you know, like the experience. Beef definitely a little bit acclimated to this matchup. Trying to work their way in. There comes the far H, though, to clip the run in from the Lariat, though. And now, oh no, you're put in the blender. What can you do?
You can see Beef trying continuously to clear out these traps, but to no avail. Prada has their foot on the gas pedal. They're controlling the pace.
Yeah, we'll get to see what Beef can do to tap the brakes here, but right now, you know, Prada is in full control. Like that, using the BC, yeah, the guard cancel there to, you know, as a get off me tool and reset the situation. Keep it in Prada's favor. Beef holding steady out of this corner here. It gets a chance to start some damage now.
Able to get that ultimate screwdriver linked into. Get a little bit of damage on their side, but Prada guard canceled you away. You're stuck in neutral. There's 2 traps in your face. You gotta do something about it.
This is definitely not a bad spot, though. You know, the 1 BP left on the table is going to lead to a bit of a damage increase, an opportunity for Beef to be able to take rounds here. So this is a great spot to be in if you're Beef. Oh, the ult TP getting clipped by the jump in.
Prada being a bit too quick on the trigger with that use spare body. Just letting it rock when Beef was a mile above her in the air.
Yeah, I definitely think that's an interesting way to try to deal with the TP mix-up. You know, a lot of people get a little scared or a little flustered when it comes to putting pressure at Cagliostro because there is that, you know, that threat of the teleport out. But in the end, though, the jump in is going to put Beef on the round count here. So, Prada, though, not to be dissuaded.
Oh, gets under the far edge from Beef, and there it is. The teleport mix-up that you mentioned, that you spare body in the air, giving you those plus frames, allowing you a mix-up situation afterwards, and Prada connecting it for the win.
And there it comes, yeah, just even to show, you know, the difficulties of this matchup. You work your way in through all the spears, roll through all the traps and everything, and then you just get meet with that big disc right there, the fair H. You know, it is such a difficult thing to be able to deal with, so Beef is definitely a hill ahead to climb.
Oh, there we go, getting something started. Over, baits the reversal. You got SBA on deck. That Cagliostro is gone from this round.
And that's definitely what you're going to need if you're going to be Beef and put in this situation. You know, knowing that Prada likes to challenge any of these wake-up timings with the spare body, having opportunities to be able to, like, set your own pace in this matchup is what you need to do, because you don't get a lot of opportunities to be able to do so.
No, you have to make the most of them. Beef using that opportunity to try for the Jewel Resort Screwdriver, but Prada was ready. Jumps out, and you have to play this game of getting in again. Prada, so pressing the envelope a little bit. That H-spare body throw bait, catching once more. Beef having to take a lot of risks to get in that are not paying off.
Yeah, I like the weight on the U-spare body that time, but then Prada was ready looking for it and then opted the throw, and now, you know, put in that little bit of a blender here mid-screen. Does lead to her favor here in the second round.
Far H is just a wall that is nearly insurmountable for Beef. Gets over this one. You're in the corner now. You got your bait avoided by Prada, and you have to climb this hill once again. Ultimate Lariat will get you most of the way there. 6-6M as well, but Prada able to turn the tables. Beef just as quickly.
There's the headbutt, yeah, but the UTP coming in with clutch one more time. The counter hit, good start so far for Beef, but still a little bit more you need to close out this round here.
Reversal catches, you have to do it again. 2H, the anti-air connect. The trap pressure keeps going, and the reversal from Beef is enough to let the 6-6M follow-up kill.
Wow, in the end, the back and forth does lead to Beef taking that game. Let's see the adaptation as we go into this game 3.
Immediate heavy lariat into 2 screwdrivers. Prada getting pummeled into the ground already by Beef. And at this point, it's alright if you get forced out by Prada once. You've done your damage. You've gotten 2/3 of the health and all of the bravery points off this Cagliostro.
This is where you want to be if you're Beef. I know this looks a little bit scary back against the wall. Still has opportunity to get the trap set on, but right now, changing by the minute here, this Prada starts to build a little bit of that lead back. Oh no, gets clipped. Oh, calls out the UTP with the throw. Oh my god.
And also finds the unblockable on Prada to take it to set point. Beef is absolutely out of their mind with that ultimate air SPD.
We're warming up right now, hot as a flame. Beef coming back in, showing what they got here against Prada. This is the start you need if you want to close this set out.
Bait again. Beef been biting on those a lot this set and really been punishing them in a massive way, as well as with the frame traps. Was enough to cash out, but again, the teleport being the bane of Beef's existence in this set.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Able to cash out here. Should just barely live, but in the end, that TP comes in clutch for Prada.
It's better than 1 set point. That's 2 set points here. Both players a round away from taking a particularly important match. Both of these players having nearly flawless records, both 4-1, I believe, in our bracket. Taking a win over each other is massive.
All right, Beef with the opportunity to build, and slowly decrease this deficit here, evening out the HP. 70 seconds left on the clock. Prada does have 100 meters, so, this next hit will definitely hurt Beef. Opting to use for the U skill and was ready this time, Prada. Ball bounce here. I don't
enough to work with. I don't think it's enough to kill.
Oh, it is! No, it's not. Never mind. Oh my god, the combo limit coming in there.
But after the combo.
All right, here we go. Locked and loaded. Let's start this game 1. Anew, this Zooey, I believe, from New York, if I'm not mistaken. Ladewaybac, 2B from around the area too. Just getting to see this 2B character playing around the rest of this cast is something that I've been interested to see as the meta shapes out. We've had a lot of changes with 2B so far, especially with the slight, nerf to the skill gauge. So I'm excited to see how this game shapes out. But Ladewaybac already with the awesome start. Oh my god! Get to see the cross up here with the vacuum coming in.
Yeah, I know when the patch dropped and people were seeing those changes to the skill gauge, they're thinking like, oh, is 2B kind of hurting? Is she feeling a little bad these days? I think very quickly the answer became no, she's totally fine. She has some crazy tools in the context of this game, like that 5U that you just saw there. Her 5U, anyone is not familiar in chat, is this little back sway with a parry attached to it. She can punish things like guard cancel, like 6XL, that most characters have to just hold ordinarily. And being able to circumvent such strong mechanics like that in this game is... Ooh, it is such a wonderful tool to be able to pilot.
Yeah, 2B definitely playing a game of her own right now. And Anew with the Zooey kind of almost does the same thing in her own right, you know. A little bit of a weird character, but once you get that 50 meter, that 75 meter, being able to use all these spears at once, you know, just plays out damage like a truck. But Ladeway gonna do everything they can to prevent it. On the corner, like the stall there with the JU to try to catch Anew doing anything crazy, but in the end, we'll be able to take that game one. Ladeway up 1-0.
Yeah, Anew trying to catch, trying to cancel into the spear of Arves very quickly off that clash situation, but unfortunately not being ready for the clash. And Ladewaybac just put another jab in there, win that clash situation, win game one. And hey yo, we're just pressing through Rhapsody and it works.
Look, if there's any character that wants to press, it's Ladeway, you know. Has these crazy buttons, able to challenge anything you can do. And look at this damage coming out right now. Anew trying to fight back, but can't do anything.
Yeah, you can see Ladewaybac's familiarity as well with Zeta, as they use the tool that you don't really see a whole lot from 2B in that 2-2H. Those little tracking pod projectiles that hover around the opponent, you can delay them and detonate them later. Using that to catch Anew trying to go for jump back spear. Such a phenomenal display of matchup familiarity.
I definitely like that. Yeah, just to show how comfortable these two are with each other. You know, the experience they have being able to do this back and forth. Oh no, getting flipped here, and Ladewaybac will be able to take that in the end.
Cool. 2-0 over Anew. Someone who we definitely know. It's a very strong player.
Next two contestants here on stage and ready to go. YoshiFTW and dorothythewitch.
Oh my goodness, Yoshi! You can't just start out like that. You can't just... What's going on here?
If there's anything I know from my experience, you know, hanging out with Yoshi and getting to see them play, it's that's the type of gameplay we're gonna see, and you better be happy with it because it's gonna happen to you. And it's definitely happening to Dorothy so far here. Oh my god, just gonna... What are you doing, Yoshi?
Alright, Yoshi's getting a little bit ahead of themselves. They're getting a little grip happy, and, you know, to be fair, I would too if my screwdrivers are landing like Yoshi's is.
Look, it's too early for this. I know it's 8:30 on the East Coast here, but like, oh my god, no. There's so much going on with Yoshi, and Dorothy's gonna do everything they can to shut him down, but there's one more for you there.
Oh my goodness, empty jump SPD. Yoshi's just trying to take this match with exclusively SPDs. That Jewel Resort screwdriver, I think, was all the damage they did to Dorothy the Witch.
Like, sometimes this is what you need, you know, you want to get that confidence boost, you gotta land all these SPDs here, you gotta do everything you can. But Dorothy's gonna do their best to just keep them at bay, and that's what you want to do if you're Vira here.
Yeah, Vira has fantastic normals for keeping Ladiva at this mid-range. We see Dorothy the Witch really leaning on that far medium, one of Vira's best buttons for a reason. But YoshiFTW has been doing a competent job of avoiding it with those jumps, getting around, getting these punishes just like that with the skybound art.
Yeah, Yoshi, from my experience, is definitely comfortable, you know, against this Vira here. Like, just in general, it's a matchup you're gonna see quite a bit, and you know, the lack of projectile does make it a lot easier for Yoshi to try to close the gap here. Blocking, yeah, knows about the MDP for sure. Not gonna get past Yoshi there, as they're able to take that first game.
Yoshi, you can't just do this. This is timeout. Stop. We got a flag on the play. Like, come on. Come on. They gotta run that one back. This is unsportsmanlike conduct. Going
Look,
for the.
Sometimes you gotta take a breather though, take a second, reset. Especially when you're up against your grappler, so.
Yoshi's filling out that pro wrestler role very confidently. They're playing the heel here in this matchup. They're trying to draw the ire of the crowd with all these SPDs.
Oh, misses the RS follow up there, a little awkward from the corner, but Dorothy the Witch will take that, you know, be able to move and try to take some space back here. Oh my god.
SBA. YoshiFTW keeping us on our toes and keeping Dorothy the Witch face down in the ground.
Yeah, especially after the SBA, you know, knows how people like to get pretty antsy, especially when you're on your last one for health. And just gets clipped there in the end. Dorothy the Witch needs, you know, to try to keep this beast under control, or else it's gonna be a swift 2-0 for YoshiFTW.
I like their adaptations now. They've been seeing that Yoshi is really going for these screwdrivers on minus frames. And Dorothy is starting to call them out, doing stuff like minus frame into DP.
Yeah, I
confirm off that.
Oh. Yeah, I managed to avoid that in the end there. Opting to use the 5U there, but you know, any little bit of damage will definitely do it for you there.
With punishing something with Vira 5U has got to be the most disrespectful way to hit someone in this game. You're telling me this like 30 frame command grab is getting used as a whiff punish tool?
Look, it's faster now in this game. You gotta use it, you know, sometimes you gotta flex your skill, especially when you're down like this. Any little bit of a confidence boost that you can get will definitely amount to a lot here. Yoshi, oh my god, grabs through the Lumi.
SPD. SBA. No, they got hit by the super. All right, I was reading it. There it is. This one not placed correctly. Dorothy the Witch getting around it, keeping up the plus frames.
The 2U, there comes the MVP. A chance one more time for life here. Looking for one hit, anything to open up Yoshi.
Plus frames. It's a knockdown, but Yoshi's ready with the anti-air.
Yeah, I like that little bit of adaptation we got to see from Dorothy, you know. Like you said, you know, being able to challenge any of these potential resets I got to see. But Yoshi, I think, was like looking for specific things after.
Versus Yoru Sensei. The Gran, a character who we haven't really seen that much since the first couple months of the game. But for a little bit, you had players like Key Wonder that were running around putting in results with Gran, and then kind of disappeared into the ether a little bit.
Yeah, we had to shout out a local player in my scene, Coco, another not the Coco, but another Coco in the DC region. I take a set off of like Shuabu.
Okay.
And in the West Coast, so definitely a character I've seen quite a bit in these last few months here, but I know Shadows, you know, different type of pilot, different type of character. Here against Yoru Sensei, this 2B coming in strong here in this first game 1.
Yeah, Yoru Sensei, a proven 2B player, been making waves at stacked online brackets, stuff like Clover Clash on Mondays that I've seen them get top 8 in multiple times.
Yeah.
You can see the level of gameplay that is bringing them to those heights. This 2B is running a mile a minute and taking no prisoners while she's doing it.
Yeah, you definitely have to be if you want to be 2B, you know. There's so many things that can go on in the game where I feel like defense is like really hard. Really straightforward to be able to do. You know, there's not a lot going on. But 2B having these tools to be able to do like these stalls, vacuum side swap, you know, name it, and she has it. So being able to use these tools to the best of your ability just goes to show how strong this character is, especially in a game with a bunch of people, you know, that have so many options to be able to deal with everything.
Mm-hmm. And those unconventional tools that you're talking about displayed right there again. The 5U that we touched on earlier, you can use it to punish 6XL now that 6XL has a little bit more recovery on whiff. Something that not a whole lot of characters can do reliably still.
Yeah. Narf Shadows there, opting to use the DP to deal with a 236L. A little bit of an awkward position here mid-screen. 65 seconds of the clock. Uses the H fireball, the 6SL dodge. Such an awkward scramble. Doesn't lead to too much, but this will. Oh no!
Dropped by Yoru Sensei, but a reset back to neutral is not terrible for 2B. Those massive normals can let her control that space with the greatest of ease. She's now one round away from taking the set.
Yeah, DP definitely hurt on Narf Shadow's end here, but Yoru Sensei gonna take that and run away with it. Already has them in the corner. This Gran has to work their way out. Mile a minute here from this Yoru Sensei. Oh my god, this damage coming out clean for them.
That quick ender for the extra little bit of skill gauge there, and the 6-6L punishes have been the tail of the tape for that whole set. Narf Shadows keep trying to enforce their game plan.
I'm not too sure. I've seen it like pulled obviously like a bunch as Nekotech is definitely someone who loves to experiment with different players and different characters. So it could be a player matchup as well. But here we go, game 1.
I don't know, maybe it's something about Zeta. I know Zeta is one of, if not the fastest character in the game, having an absolutely incredible both walk and run speed. So a character like Metera, who relies on poking you from afar, shooting those projectiles, can really abuse characters that can't really walk and block against her effectively. But someone like Zeta, who is walking at 10 miles an hour, and just kind of close that gap relatively risk-free. Maybe the Anre is a change-up to avoid that kind of game plan.
Yeah, it's something that we get to see like a little bit weird, especially like around Shadows. I feel like Anre has been determined as like the Shadow quote-unquote gatekeeper, where it's like so many parry counter tools for the deal with the fireballs, deal with the slight approaches and the awkward ways that they can take space. And yeah, there you go, like the Ferry coming out clutch there with the U skill, and Saltz, just a little bit caught here in this corner with a little bit of lead that Nekotech does have right now.
On the 6-6M, not punished, but you're in chip range here, and the Mantra Wheel will do it. Nekotech showing us a very solid game plan with the Anre already, playing the game very slowly and forcing Saltz to second guess how they're approaching Nekotech.
Yeah, Saltz with a great start so far though, has Nekotech in the back, and just as I say that though, able to escape the corner, and now Nekotech gets to build a little bit of this lead here against the Zeta, but not to be slept on. Saltz does have opportunities to come back. There's a lot of corner carry with this character, so one hit can lead to a lot of damage. Oh, nice. Actually waits out the parry this time. Saltz puts down to the board, and the fireball to reset the space.
Oh my goodness. That Zeta ultimate Vorpal Blade is, many would consider one of the linchpins of her kick. Goes incredibly far horizontally, is safe on block, leads into a full combo if you're anywhere in the same zip code as the corner.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure. Like, you get to see, like, this character is a little bit, I know, has been getting a lot more love as of recently, especially just like the stealth changes that she got in this last patch. But out of the two, Gran and Zeta has not seen as much love until recently, because it's just looking to see how it's shaped up. And Saltz being a great pilot of this character right now, though. Getting to see the skill come in full force.
Awkward throw whiffs from Nekotech getting punished by Saltz. We saw a very determined start from Nekotech. It's started to fall apart a little bit as Saltz has gained their footing in the matchup.
Great start, great showing from this game 1 here. Saltz against Nekotech. Looks like we're still going into it. Game 2, staying on the Anre here as we proceed into this game 2. Sorry, a little weirdness. Uno, Anre, the localization of this character and all the Eternals having slightly different names. But yeah, Anre is Uno, Uno is Anre.
Yeah, all the Eternals, they have what? Their name is typed out as something, and
Like
the announcer says something entirely different, which is like the same number, but like in a different language or something.
Yeah. You get to see, especially if you look at like 6, like Seox, she's like,
Yeah.
oh no, you know, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole right now. We'll get there when we get there, but right now, Nekotech versus Saltz, here we go.
Saltz? After that first round that Nekotech showed us some good resilience in, Saltz really found their ground and has looked very competent in challenging this Anre.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting to see, like, I feel like Nekotech is trying to experiment and try to find ways to try to contest Saltz doing stuff, especially on the knockdown. Like, you see a lot of challenges there getting clipped here. But Saltz ending up taking this game here in the end. Oh, sorry, no, I had a little bit more combo left. But in the end there now, for sure, we'll take that too.
Zooey, both players who are in top 8. Synn very comfortably in top 4 right now, and KaiAi kind of on the lower end. One of those players, again, who is at risk of falling out of top 8. So these wins are extremely crucial at this point.
Yeah, definitely. You know, as we are at the round of the night, we've already seen these 2 on stream take victories here. We'll get to see how this shapes up within the 2. This is definitely a matchup where, you know, it's a little bit weird because I feel like Belial, in the way that he takes space and gets to deal with everything, gets to set the pace of the game a lot, but Zooey can do a lot too, you know, especially with that L Dragon out on the field here, but when that meter goes down, it's definitely going to be very difficult.
Yeah, the meter is draining very quickly for Synn. The spot dodge punish, anticipating a far H from KaiAi. They had no dragon meter to work with. They couldn't utilize those neutral tools to keep KaiAi at bay, and they found the opening.
Yeah, it does make this weird situation where Zooey struggles to be able to keep that consistent dragon on screen because, you know, having the resource managed is such a strong, such an awkward thing to be able to deal with when you have so much going on screen, and KaiAi is able to make the most of it right now. Going into the second round, Synn having a pretty good start, but now pushed back against the wall. It's gonna be a little bit difficult to get out of this corner. Oh no!
Oh, you buried the laser, and the laser is still there.
A little bit of an awkward position to be put in, but KaiAi gonna fight back here, gonna do what they can. Yeah, the HDP comes out here, say no more, doesn't want to deal with anything. And Synn, I like that, playing a little patient, using the BC in the end. Oh my god.
Cancel the throw, but then gets the spot dodge off in time.
Alright, 1 round apiece here in this game 1. We'll get to see who can end up with the stronger lead here right in the beginning of this set, but as we start, you know, playing patiently, trying to work around everything, the dragon, all these normals, the ranges, but no solid lead at anyone so far. Nice to knock down, be able to create some momentum for Synn though.
Spend a lot of this dragon gauge though. They don't really have a whole lot left to work with. They have to back up and recharge some. Now they are entirely out. Went for the 6-6H to anticipate a bust out from KaiAi that never came.
Yeah. It's interesting to see. One thing that I haven't seen so far is not a lot of U-Dragon usage to call out specifically like KaiAi taking advantage of that dragon meter gain, because it does build dragon meter if it hits. So it's something to keep in mind here as we progress through the set, but haven't seen it yet, so something to look out for.
I wonder if that's just being very wary of Belial with the 5U.
Yeah.
Since he can parry something from anywhere on screen, fly straight to you. Maybe that ultimate dragon isn't really safe to throw out. You have to use it as more of a response to a fireball from KaiAi.
Yeah, it definitely could be something, you know, and these two may have played much before, so, you know, something that could have been tried and tested and then ends up not working out in their favor. So there could be something we're missing here, but KaiAi, oh, what a strong connection there, able to take that first game 1 here.
Converting off of the whiff from Synn and taking the first game. A reminder that this game, the set, excuse me, is extremely important for KaiAi. They can take it, that would do wonders in locking down their top 8 placement here this evening. If Synn takes it, then that is on a little bit more shaky ground for KaiAi.
Yeah, KaiAi though with a pretty great start so far, you know, the tempo already in their favor, but Synn with this damage already laid out, having KaiAi in the corner here, gonna be a little awkward for them to get out, but at the expense of the BP does create an opportunity for themselves.
Gets a full crouch confirm for KaiAi into the SBA, draining the second to last BP off of Synn. And look at that fat chunk, all because you tried to challenge Belial 2M.
Oh, and the throw and wake up though, still not out of this just yet. One hit pretty much will do it on either side here. Just needs to find anything. No dragon meter, so Zooey, you know, that not quite a character. It's gonna be really awkward to use without spending a lot of resource.
Xenri connects.
Wow. Gets caught in the end there. Putting Synn up now. This is what you need if you are Synn here. You want to take this momentum and move forward and do whatever you can. KaiAi is not gonna be dissuaded.
A game of inches going in Synn's favor. KaiAi continuing the rock-solid game plan that made that last round so dicey and that got them the first game. Challenge, no confirm on the counter hit, but still, damage is damage, and they are getting a whole lot of it here with a super cash out and the corner carry. No clean hit, that's okay. Ground with the laser. Synn attempting a throw. KaiAi had the recognition, had the whiff punish, but didn't have the meter to confirm on the Raging Chain.
Nice, still looking for something here to try to amount to this round win here. Maybe close out this game in Synn's favor, but KaiAi working their way out of the corners so slowly but surely. Nice, that dash normal is going to lead to a lot of damage and take that round.
Just like that, KaiAi with the patience and the surgical placement of the 6XL will put themselves on set point.
Alright, working so steadily, trying to find an opening here against KaiAi. Any damage will lead to a lot here for Synn. The charge, reset the situation. That 623U coming out though. Reset the situation for KaiAi.
Guard cancel on guard cancel. Both players draining a BP. Synn anti-air combo gives them some time to recharge that dragon meter and let themselves be a lot more comfy and neutral. They went for the unblockable but whiffed it, so KaiAi gets their turn back. Gets to apply this pressure, but Synn eager with the challenge. 2L Raging Strike, the classic.
Oh, and ending it there. We'll take that in the end. Oh my god, yeah, Synn with the comeback off of that perfect confirm, spinning the 2 RSRCs into the U skill. Perfect ender for Synn, but not out of the woods just yet. This is game 3. We are going the distance here.
I wouldn't wish for anything less between these two players. All right, taking the first one, Synn with fantastic defensive challenge, taking the second one, and both of these players now looking a lot more active than previous in their defense. Saw KaiAi earlier challenging on EX dive. Synn not afraid to let these 50% meter reversals rock. Even though they're expensive, the positioning is worth it. A pressure counter hit, crouching is not where you want to be if you're Synn. Not gonna die, but you're gonna eat a fat chunk of damage is what I would say. Combo limit didn't get invoked.
Oh, now this is gonna hurt. Gonna lose a bunch of damage. Your meter's gone. You're down 2 BP. This is not looking great for KaiAi, but not out of the woods just yet.
Odd dodged way past the Raging Strike, so didn't get the slowdown. They would have had a punish if they were just a bit closer. Things are just that much dicier now as both players down to 1 bravery point. Synn spends their last one. KaiAi, the only one with any meter. Barely any dragon for Synn. No meter for ultimate skills either. The dive connects, but it's not enough to get the pressure rolling. You have to back up. You have to try and get this dragon meter. You evade the ultimate Asmodeus, and Synn on set point.
That was crazy, you know, and you see the clock just trickle down second by second. People looking for an opening and can't find it. But here we go in this last round, trying to repeat the same success. KaiAi moving forward, but Synn, you know, with that round up, gonna mean that they have so much more to work for here.
Back thrown into the corner. Synn has the positioning. He's able to keep applying this pressure, but the Dragon Gauge is starting to drain a bit on their side. They only have a couple more specials worth of gauge. That is massive. They represent the invincible follow-up for the first time in the set, and it nets them such a massive reward. Giving them nearly 50% back. The ultimate dragon as well. KaiAi is under fire.
All right, KaiAi still in it though, still has all this resource to spend, should be able to find a way to send the SSBA, but instead, no, obstacle for the Ender, and the reversal out will spell victory for Synn.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
What is in this name now? No, it is Yoru Sensei. Okay.
Yeah.
Yoru Sensei and Deva.
Yeah, not this is the first we're seeing Siegfried tonight. So interesting to see how this shapes out. Yoru Sensei already put on a dominant performance earlier today. But we'll get to see how Deva gets to play against this here. We're going to run to our last match on stream.
Oh my goodness. Yoru Sensei punishing that reversal and finding a guard crush for themselves, stripping Deva of their last bravery point. You can't guard cancel out of this pressure. You got to hold that.
Yeah, you definitely have to. Deva, I like the choice of the jump out of the corner there, you know, to try to challenge. Oh, the 6-6 I'll get eaten by the 5U. This is going to be a tough match for Deva here.
Cancel off when Deva tries to approach. I like the choice there. Keep Deva at bay. Yoru Sensei been doing a fantastic job of it, keeping Deva in arm's reach, which traditionally is a not terrible place for Siegfried to be, as his normals are quite good at range. Against 2B, who's got massive normals like these, you can get a little bit hesitant to press him.
Yeah, definitely doing the best they can. Yoru Sensei already done 2 BP. Deva with a little bit of a health lead, and you know that meter evening out here, but it's gonna be a little bit awkward to confirm these hits, you know, as Yoru Sensei starts to weave around the space.
The pod fire is just chunking Deva down little by little, but the 6-6L is always a factor. It's always in play. It's ready to jump scare you at any moment.
Oh, but yeah, not out of the woods just yet. Deva gonna fight back from that first round here. And now slowly dragging Yoru into the corner, forced to use a BC then to get a right out and reset to neutral. Nice, great confirm there off the fireball there. Oh, and the 2H to call the jump out.
Yeah, saw that Yoru Sensei had already used both of their jumps, anticipated they weren't going to air stall above that massive 2H as well.
Nice manual threat deck here. Yoru Sensei going to send it now with just all of this meter here and build some of that BP back.
And those 100 meter, get your BP back, strip Deva of 2 of theirs. They only have 1 left to work with, and 1 is all they need for the Raging Chain finisher to take game 1.
This is a good spot to be if you're Deva, you know, up a game now, momentum's in your favor, coming off of that SBA win. This is definitely what you need, especially against an opponent like Yoru Sensei.
One of the weaknesses of 2B is that those large extended herd boxes and the fairly long recovery on her moves don't really hit very high up unless she commits to 2H. So a lot of players, you can just kind of, if she's autopiloting those strings on the ground, you can jump forward at her. She's very vulnerable. Deva abusing that weakness.
Yeah, I like the use of it, but unfortunately we get caught out here. Now Yoru Sensei gets to build some damage in their own right here. Oh, the reversal coming out here from Yoru Sensei to keep Deva locked down just a little bit longer. The 2U, the follow-up into the RSRC. Gets to build a little bit of damage here and corner carry.
Oh, we're going all the way across. LinkedIn for the 25% meter refund to boot. Over Sensei though, air to air. The 2B's normals not failing her on the ground and sure as hell not failing her in the air.
Yeah, I love the setup there, but in the end, Sensei had the upper hand in the end and take that round. But Deva, has so much going on right now early in this K1, but getting back thrown. Gonna be awkward.
Sensei getting massive damage off that for 2B standards, as well as avoiding the ultimate reversal from Deva. Gonna spend the meter? Yes, we are.
Definitely. You might as well here. Can definitely spell the end for Deva off this next knockdown. But holding steady just a little bit longer. The 2U coming in clutch one more time. I like that. Knew it wasn't going to kill, so opted to go for the shimmy instead. Now can spend as much as you want here.
For the throw, teched by Yoru Sensei, and the second B pod shot. Deva down, and we're going game 3 once again. Oh, character select.
Might take a second here. That that little bit of that reset, trying to find something new, or even just swapping characters entirely. Up to the 6 here.
Okay.
2B.
All right. We were a little bit surprised. That was the first time we saw Siegfried in our bracket, and also I believe the first time we've seen 6 on stream here tonight.
Battle 1.
Yeah, we get to see all the all the characters lined up here and ready to go. But a little bit of a different way to approach this matchup. I definitely think that 6 has all the tools to be able to deal with 2B, especially in terms of the damage output. But right now, Yoru Sensei doesn't care who you are, if you're Siegfried, if you're 6.
Yeah, certainly does not care in the slightest. These frame traps are catching Deva, trying to challenge every which way. It's not working out no matter who you play. Yoru Sensei, 1 round away from taking the set.
And one thing I did want to note is that because, Deva doesn't have a proper reversal anymore, with the 623H coming out now, can actually bait it better. Any of the reversals with these disjoints or anything like that. It can opt to use extended normal to try to challenge and whiff, or just play at good spacings, but not to be dissuaded, we'll manage to burn all this meter here in this great combo.
All that off of a throw bait from Deva, using that Gate of Demons to great effect, and the frame traps to boot, putting us at last round, our final round before top 8. Deva and Yoru Sensei both vying for a position in that.
All right, here we go. Holding steady just a little while longer. Doesn't fall for the 214H. Gets clipped. Full record coming out here. Now we get to see Deva bringing out the 6 damage here. Nice, and the throw bait coming up. That's going to get catch, and this is going to hurt a lot. This actually may be able to kill if you have the right ender here. There it is.
Super linked. And that will do it. Deva with the switch to 6 will close.